Hey babes, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to our channel. So I was supposed to have a vlog for you guys, but I am the worst vlogger, I feel like. So I just thought I would share with you my thoughts the last few years, I guess. And I just wanted to share with you my thought process on how to find my passion, because I don't know what it is. Like I'm not the person that was like born into like knowing, oh, this is what I want to be when I grow up, a nurse, I want to be a doctor. Like I have never had that feeling of knowing what I want to be when I grow up. And I'm 26 years old. So if you're in the same boat as me and you still don't know your passion or like what you're supposed to be doing with your life, then I'm glad that we can be in this together. I kind of just wanted to share this because I feel like I can't be the only one in this situation, and maybe it'll help somebody else kind of figure out what they're meant to do, and it'll probably help me even more to like share my process, and like maybe just we can give each other ideas and stuff. So this all kind of came about after working for like 3.5 years in a 9-to-5 corporate position. I loved the people I worked with and the company treated me really well, but I will say the job itself wasn't something I was like waking up in the morning super pumped and thrilled to go do. So I've just been feeling like there's always something more that I could do. And it's not even like about I want to change the world. It's more just about I want to feel fulfilled in what I'm doing for a living. I feel like a lot of us have to just settle for a position that we don't love and not even work towards like finding what our passions are. And maybe you're in that spot where you just don't have the motivation, or you don't have the inspiration, or you don't know where to start. And I feel like a lot of that has been me the last few years. Is after coming home from my 9-to-5, I never had any motivation to do anything that I was interested in. I was just exhausted from the day, even though I was sitting at a desk. Like I just feel like I couldn't explore my interests and find what it truly is, like what I'm truly meant to do. At least in my generation, from a young age, I feel like we weren't really necessarily taught to dream big. We were kind of just told that we needed to get a degree in something like medicine or business or something that could be like give you a living. It was kind of frowned upon to get a degree in something creative because creatives don't earn a living, or you wouldn't be able to afford anything. I ended up going to college and getting a degree in business administration, and my major is accounting, so I've had accounting jobs, and it's just not my passion. Like I've worked the 9-to-5, and this is not a video about me complaining because I'm very grateful for everything I've done, but I also feel like I wasn't taught to dream bigger than a 9-to-5. I'm at the point where I don't care what I'm supposed to do. I just want to find my passion. If you have big dreams for yourself, it's important to just like think about what it is exactly that's stopping you from following them. Is it other people? Is it your own self? And so I kind of created some steps or notes figuring out what your passion is. So the first one I have down is to make a list of your interests and then see what potential they have in being a career, if that's what your intention is to do something where you're making a living so that you are bringing in money, which a lot of people want and need to survive. Or if you're just looking for a career that maybe doesn't bring in that much money but is fulfilling. For example, I wrote down yoga. I feel like I've always been interested in yoga, but I've never really like taken a very serious interest in it. But I potentially could teach classes if I take a teacher course, or just even if it's just for like connecting with myself, mind, body, and spirit. I feel like it could really help me kind of figure out where I'm going. Something like that. So like write down your interests. So yoga is one of my interests, and then I wrote down like the potential of how I could earn a living doing that. And then hand lettering, I really like calligraphy and hand lettering things. So I feel like I could potentially create prints for people to purchase and hang in their homes, or I could do cards or wedding stuff. And then another thing is beauty. So making content online, I know it's like really hard to get into nowadays, like filming and blogging and stuff, but I feel like a lot of times we tell ourselves like why we can't do something, and instead of like actually doing it, I've told myself there's so many bloggers, there's so many YouTubers, there's no way I can make a living now, but like how do I know unless I try, you know? And then home design, like home decor and stuff. I love to decorate my home. I'm not sure how I would go about like getting a career in it, but I don't know. Like there's so many people that do home decor or home interior stuff and they don't have degrees for it. They just created a business on their own. The next thing that I wrote down is to read books on the topic. So I'm really interested in yoga, so I bought a bunch of different yoga books and I'm finding a ton of inspiration in them. So I bought a bunch of books and I bought some tools like yoga blocks, straps, stuff like that to kind of get me more into like understanding it. And even if yoga isn't like something I do like as a career, right now it's something that really interests me and inspires me. And a lot of times like delving into your interests really can help you kind of find where your passion lies. And I don't know, it can be really fulfilling even doing that, as like really just actively participating in your interests can really help you. Even if I was working my normal 9 to 5, I feel like if I did my interests outside of work, I would have like a more fulfilled life. So really delving into your interests and seeing where they take you, and just know like you don't have to settle. Like you don't have to settle for the 9 to 5 if you hate the 9 to 5. Like find something that interests you, even if it is like a 9 to 5 position. Like yoga could end up being a 9 to 5 job, but I could be doing something I enjoy, so it'd be entirely different. Another thing that I wrote down is if you're having a hard time figuring out what your interests are, look at who you're following online. Are they people that inspire you because of what they do for a living? Is it because they're motivating, they're just inspirational in general? Figure out why, like who you're following, and sometimes that can tell you what it is exactly that you're interested in. I tend to follow a lot of bloggers, like fashion bloggers, hair, makeup, beauty, basically. I tend to follow a lot of those. I also follow home decor, and I follow a lot of yoga people, like people that do yoga, yogis. So I feel like that is, and I follow a ton of hand letterers. So that just kind of shows me like those are the 4 things that I wrote down that are my interests, and those are the kinds of people that I follow. So it can really kind of help you uncover what you're interested in. Number 4 is don't you dare start listing all of the reasons you can't succeed in any of these interests. I've told myself so many times that I can't be a beauty blogger, I can't be a beauty vlogger because it's too late. There's already so many bloggers and vloggers out there, but you never know unless you try. Seriously. There's a ton of yogis out there, but there's also a ton of accountants out there, and I could still get a job in accounting. Think about it that way. Just don't you dare list reasons you can't succeed in doing something. Number 5 is don't stress. I know that's easier said than done, but if you stop stressing and just enjoy the process and just keep working at whatever it is you're interested in, one day something good might happen for you. You just have to like be positive. All right, you guys, well, those are my tips for finding your passion and I hope to kind of continue different series with this, because I think it's just really important for us to not forget like that we can dream bigger than what we're currently doing, and we can have things that we eventually want if we work hard for it. And I'm not saying overwork yourself, I'm just saying really delve into your interests and see what it is that you're passionate about, because I feel like life is just too short for us to just settle for something that we're not loving. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If any of you have any additional ideas for finding your passion, leave them in the comments below. Tell me what your interests are as well, because I would love to hear those. And let's just try to like motivate and inspire people in the comments, because I feel like we could all use a little motivation. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye babes.